Well, all the roads around the Sharjah Stadium are pretty well organized. Some of them are one-way streets. And I think that's the kind of road that Bangladesh happened to have taken because, as far as the match is concerned, it's all one-way traffic. It's all Bangladesh. Won the toss, asked West Indies to bat first. We thought maybe it's not such a bad thing. Gale and Lewis opening, attack early, try and put on some runs on the board. We were predicting scores in the region of 170, 180. Not happening. Let's, let's just try and right here on Cricbuzz Comm Box in the company of Michael Vaughan. Mike, we're still trying to figure out what exactly is going on to the West Indies. Last time it was one individual player. This time they all seem to be on a go slow.
Well, I can only think that the West Indies think it's a 50-over game. Maybe they think the World Cup's changed back to the 2019 version. It's been an atrocious effort. I know the pitch probably isn't brilliant. It's quite slow. It's low. There's a little bit there for the spinners, but it's just the mindset and the strategy of the way that they're going about their business, just to keep looking and having a look and knocking it. The West Indies should be whacking it. That's the way they play their cricket. They go out there, give themselves a ball or two, boom, try and whack it into the roads. You've just mentioned a few roads around Sharjah. I think the travelling cars around the stadium will be absolutely delighted with the way that the West Indies are batting, because usually they're under a great threat of a window or two being smashed. But it's been odd from the West Indies. Brilliant from Bangladesh. Fantastic from Mahidi Hassan at the top. The fizz with his one over. Shakib's injury looks a little bit of a worry for Bangladesh, but even he on one leg will be able to restrict. He's only gone for 3 from his one over. So excellent from Bangladesh, but yeah, I'm perplexed with the way that the West Indies
And
are
they haven't
batting.
really looked. We talked yesterday in the Australia Sri Lanka game that both sides looked to target certain players. Even when Sri Lanka batted, they said if Marcus Stoinis comes on, Glenn Maxwell comes on, we're targeting them no matter what. And they did that. And Australia stuck to their same plans against certain Sri Lankan bowlers. But it doesn't appear to be a game plan for the West Indies. They've still got Holder, Russell, Puran to come. So somebody gets out smashing, it's okay, you don't mind. But getting out without intent is, I think, what's perplexing.
Yeah, I mean, I think the world game's quite simple. You've got to copy who are the world leaders at that specific time that you're playing. At the minute, England are the best because they play with so much freedom, power. They go for it pretty much from ball one. Even when they get to the 6-over mark, they don't just think we'll knock it around. They go hitting because they know they've got power and depth in the batting lineup. So I always think it's quite simple. You follow your leaders at that time. It doesn't mean that the leaders will always win. They won't. But you try and follow the leaders because that's exactly what they're doing. They're doing it better than anybody else. And the West Indies have got the power all the way down. They should be going for it. They shouldn't be fearful of a wicket. They shouldn't be fearful of a bowling attack. They should all just have a very free mindset of see the ball. Yeah, is it there to hit for 6? No. All right, is it there to hit for a 4? No. All right, we'll knock it for 2s, and if so, we'll get a single. That's a simple mindset. I don't see that with the West Indies at the
Let's
minute.
just bring up that batting card once again to see the kind of wealth of batting they still have to come. Jason Holder, remember, into the side in place of Obaid McCoy in the squad. And they've got Holder listed at 9. And obviously, you're looking at a situation where Pollard's coming. He needs to show intent. He hasn't. Holder could be one person who could have come in early. Russell, obviously, there for the end. Even Puran needs to get some time out there. Someone needs to change the script here.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that batting lineup, pretty much from 3 down to number 9, you could put them in a hat and you could pick them out accordingly, and it wouldn't really change because they're all brilliant strikers of a ball. They can all be very aggressive. And when you have that lineup right down to number 9, you have to go hard at the top. You have to almost say, right, if we lose 2 wickets in the first 6, that's fine. But it's got to be losing wickets playing really hard cricket. I've seen wickets today that I just think it's not the West Indies way. It's not the way to be playing in this era of the game. Surprising, disappointing, I'm sure, from the West Indies fans' point of view. They should be a more aggressive unit than they are being at the minute in this
Well,
World
just to
Cup.
wrap things up here on Combox, we've got Roston Chase at the one hand, since you started by saying it's looking like they've mistaken it for a 50-over game. He's their kind of 50-over specialist, playing that way, but at least he's holding one end up. At the other end, they really need to go to try and get maybe 130 from the stage.
Yeah, I mean that'll be a score which it'll be competitive, but will it be enough? I think they've got it in them to get more than that. Go for it. They should be able to score 10 and over with all that power in the batting line at 1-6 every over. That should be possible. It's Shard. You got to remember it's a short boundary, so they should be able to score at 10 to go and free up the mindset. But they continue playing like they are doing, they might end up with something like 115,
Well,
120.
let's see what happens. It certainly seems they're not going to get to our predicted scores. I'd sneaked in a suggestion I was going to go for 140. I should have gone for that, but it's not about our predictions. It's about where the West Indies, the defending champions, where they want to be if they want to stay alive in the tournament. Thank you, Michael. That's all on Cricbuzz Comm Box. We'll see you soon.